Yeah. Great rising team, great rising team. Been a minute that I haven't done a live trading session. As always, I'll give everybody, what time is it? 7:39. I'll give everybody another 2 minutes to join. So 7:42, we'll get started. Each pair we'll go over it one by one, see what's left for the day. We'll calculate STP. The pairs that already hit STP or the pairs that already hit ADR for the day, you know that we'll turn those off. The ones that are still missing to hit STP or ADR, we'll look at market structure, see if we could catch any small trades, and then we will go on from there. Any questions, let me know. Any specific pairs you guys are looking at for today, let me know, and we could do a little breakdown on it. If you guys want us to talk about it, we'll do that. If not, 7:42, we will get started and we'll go on to see if there's any trades for the day. Pretty much same thing as we talked about yesterday or last night in the isolation session. A lot of these pairs are just in huge zones of consolidation, right? When people talk about market cycles and different market conditions, September in general for this year, right? The last 11 days, we know that the market conditions that we're in are zones of consolidation. Price is just ranging, right? And the biggest obstacle for traders is not only for them to realize what type of market conditions they're in, but also when to stay away from taking trades, right? Everybody online preaches, oh, patience, 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 but when you go and you look at your trading journal, you're over here trying to take trades every single day, taking 3 to 4 positions every single day, especially in the times like these when price is just consolidating, it's just trapping traders, right? And we see this every single day. We seen it yesterday, we seen it on Monday, we saw it last week on Friday, on Thursday. How many of your favorite traders are online taking trades going both ways? They'll lose a sell position and then, I gotta get into a buy position, and then they'll lose that buy position as soon as they take it as well, right? So it's something that you have to be very patient. Understand that a zone of consolidation is an area in the market where the market makers are trapping traders. They're inducing traders to hit their stop losses. And that's exactly what's going on. So again, if we don't see anything that's crystal clear, I'm not going to take it. Again, I'm in no rush to take no trades. Once again, we're in the same market conditions that we were in back in April and May in the beginning of this year. So just have to be patient. Just have to wait for price to either give us a break of the zones of consolidation or wait for the inducement to happen in the zone of consolidation to then take a trade. Was good, Kendall. Great rise, my brother. Was looking at NU, but once price gave 30-minute golfing at the lows, going long, so I turned the charts off. Yeah, it's all good. I haven't looked at the charts yet. There was one pair that I saw when I woke up that ADR has already been hit, but I don't even remember what pair it was. I think it was GJ, if I'm not mistaken. Muhammad, was good, my brother. You're great rising, my brother. Alright, so let's get started. Let me grab my phone real quick. Calculator app. Alright, so AUD USD, 49 pips is ADR, minus 33% is 32 pips. For the day, we could already see that STP hasn't been hit just yet. Still missing a little bit to go. Right, we had the inducement of the 4-hour high. We've done 22 pips. Right, we'll go to the daily. We know we're back at these highs over here, which is the 800 EMA as well. We have an exhaustion candle on the daily. On the 4-hour time frame, we have the inducement. We have another exhaustion candle on the 4-hour time frame. Perfect. Right, on the 1-hour time frame, let's see if there was any engulfing candle, any valid engulfing candles. This green candle has that bottom wick. All candles have top and bottom wicks. Gave us an exhaustion candle going short. This was at 8 p.m. Right, gave us a nice little retest on it, went down, but price gave us exhaustion candles at these lows. Right, on the 30-minute time frame, we also have exhaustion candles. Now, you guys say, oh, but look, price is going down. Correct, but you have to see the area that we're trading in. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Why would I take a sell position? Just think about it. I feel like a lot of people just kind of, they're too quick to get into a position, right? And they overlook what type of movements the price is doing. The fact that price is at a higher low, that's one reason why I am not looking to take this trade. It's just one reason. Why would I, just think about it? Why would you take a sell position at a higher low? Price is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Why would you take a sell position in a higher low area? It doesn't make any sense, right? So you already understand, okay, yes, even though we have a 4-hour exhaustion, even though we have a 4-hour inducement, even though we had a daily inducement and a daily exhaustion candle, even though we have a 1-hour, the 1-hour time frame trade would have been the best trade to take. Understanding that if you take this trade, even though you have STP at 32 pips, you have to babysit this trade. If I would have been in this position, I would have already cashed out as soon as price gave us these exhaustion candles down here. Why? Because we understand, yes, even though STP hasn't been hit, it is a low probability area to hold this trade for price to continue to go down because we're trading at a higher low, right? The second thing I'm looking at is structure on the internal time frame. What do we see that's being printed here? A shoulder, head, shoulder. So what does this mean? In order for price to continue this downtrend push and give us a steeper pullback, we need to see price break these lows. And it'll be the same thing that we're looking at here. If you're still in this trade, if price gets down to these lows and you see that price is giving you an inducement of these lows and gives you exhaustion candles, you know that you have to get out of this trade because this is where price is going to set that higher low that we're looking for to continue this uptrend push, right? Again, trading is very simple, but it's only simple if you are able to see all the different type of moves that the market makers are making. With that being said, am I going to trade AU at this point? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? On this 30-minute, we're looking for another exhaustion candle that might print, but this green candle does not have a bottom wick. Right? So right now for AUD USD, gonna turn it off. I'm not interested in trading AU. Again, I'm looking for shorts on AU. Why? Because we're in an overall downtrend. Yes, I know for a fact that AU could give us a steeper pullback into this 30-minute gap before we continue that downtrend push. Because again, if you missed yesterday's session, what are we looking at in the overall picture? Price gave us a lower low break of structure of the second zone consolidation, and we're looking for a lower high to be set. And we have 2 points of interest as to where this lower high could be set, and the first point of interest is the 800 EMA. This is where price could give us a potential lower high to continue down into the lower low. But I am expecting price to at least our second point of interest, to at least fill this 30-minute gap that we have here at the top of the market. So the same thing that we did in July when price reached the 800 EMA, I am going to be patient and wait for price to give me that change of character break of structure to continue these downtrend pushes. So as of right now, I'm not interested in taking AU. We're still currently trading higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I am not going to be taking a short position at a higher low. It just doesn't make any sense. Right? So AU, gonna turn that off, go on to the next pair. I just saw it, but I'm already in. All good is not that bad of a trade. Stop loss to entry, risk free. Oh, you're talking about NU, Mohammed? Yeah. We'll go over NU as well. Right? AUD CAD is very similar to AU. Right? The movements are a little bit different, but we're looking for sort of the same thing. Right? We're in an overall downtrend. We know that price gave us a break at the top of the zone of consolidation going long to continue this pullback that price is giving us. We had multiple days of price pushing up to the top side. We made higher high, higher low, and higher high. And once again, we know that there's two different type of moves that the market can make. Either a trend or a zone of consolidation. And the fact that price gave us a higher high and decided to just consolidate, what do we have to wait for? We have to wait for price to give us a break of this zone of consolidation, right? For price to either give us a break retest to continue or a break retest to continue. So right now, AUD CAD is going to be another pair very similar to AU, right? I am looking for overall shorts, but right now we understand that price is just giving us a pullback, right? On top of the fact that price is giving us a pullback, we're stuck in a zone of consolidation. I am not going to be trading zones of consolidation. This is how you get induced into getting into a trade and price goes straight to your stop loss. So I will be patient when it comes to ACAD. We'll go on to the next one. Again, this is the reason why I wanted to really turn the stream on, and on top of the fact that we haven't really done a live trading session in the last couple of weeks, right? The last like week and a half, 2 weeks, is to really show you guys how it is that I approach the markets, right? Because I do get that for some people it is difficult to be patient. It is difficult to wait for the picture perfect trade, but why is it difficult? Right? For the majority of people, it's not difficult because they don't see what it is that they're looking for. It's difficult for a lot of people because you lack discipline. You lack patience. And again, that's the craziest thing to me to say, because when you go online, all of these social media trading gurus, right, these marketing geniuses, all they talk about is being patient and waiting for your setup. So why is it that your favorite trader is telling you this, but they're also the ones taking trades in these stupid ass places, taking losses, and you're also doing the same mistake, right? So unlike everybody else on social media, our actions actually follow what we say, right? You need patience. You need to understand patience, but you also need to understand the reasons why you need to be patient, right? You just got to think of it when you were a kid. If your parent used to tell you, yo, don't touch that, but they don't give you a reason why you shouldn't touch it, in the back of your mind, you're still like, I want to touch that. I'm going to go touch it, right? Because they didn't give you a reason as to why you shouldn't touch it, right? How many of you guys, when you were younger, touched the stove when it was hot, when it was still on? Your mom used to tell you, yo, don't touch the stove. No, she didn't really tell you why. She just really said, yo, don't touch the stove. And your little self, 5 years old, 6 years old, you're going to go to the stove and go touch it. I know I did that. I'm not going to lie. That shit hurt. When I was younger, I used to be the type of person, right? There's two type of personality types. The people who listen to other people's advice, and then you have people who need to see it to believe it. I used to be the type of person that I need to see it to believe it. I don't care that you told me the stove is hot. I'm going to go figure it out myself. Right? And yeah, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Because at least now you know. Now you know you won't do it again. And now you know the reason as to why you shouldn't touch the stove when it's hot. Right? And trading is a little bit more stressful when you don't listen to somebody who's already gone through the process. Because it's not about you just getting physically hurt. Now you're losing money. And money moves the world. It sucks when you lose money. So I am giving you the reasons as to why you shouldn't even care about taking certain trades. You shouldn't even care about looking at certain pairs. Because again, if price is consolidating, I'm already telling you guys, yes, it's when price moves sideways. That's the basic definition that everybody in the world is going to give you. But why is price moving sideways? What is it? It's a zone in the market where the market makers are trapping traders, inducing them to get into a trade to hit your stop loss. And once you realize that, once you see it, and you understand that the only valid time to take a trade in a zone of consolidation is when price gives you a break or when price gives you an inducement to go the opposite way. That's the only times you should be looking to take a trade in these areas. Until then, you shouldn't even be looking to take trades in these areas in the market. It's that simple. It is that simple. So let's go and continue. EA, we know we're in level 3. We're in an area where price has been rejecting these highs the entire time. Rejected the highs, went short on a lower time frame. It also gave us a shoulder head shoulder. It gave us a break of the shoulder head shoulder going short. So I already know EA is not a pair I'm going to be looking at. We have 3 days of drop. Price is still giving us lower lows and lower highs. After 3 days of drop, the market must do what? It must move sideways, or it's going to go up. And the fact that we are moving sideways, I am not interested in trading EA. EA Sports, it's in the game, right? Whoa, that was a horrible line. That was even worse. That's better, right? We're in this zone of consolidation. I don't care about anything that's happening in this area. I will be looking for price to give us a break or retest to then continue, right? So EA, we could continue to look at it. We'll keep this one on. STP hasn't been hit. We know that today is a day where price could just continue to consolidate, or we'll be looking for a valid break. But at this point too, we have to look at STP, right? 88 pips, which is ADR minus 33%, is 58 pips for the day today, right? We've already done 48 pips. By the time we get the break of structure in the retest, right, because we need to see price break above these highs, STP would already be hit. So I already know EA is not a pair that I'm going to continue to look at. STP is going to be hit by the time we get price to do what it has to do. EuroCAD, we're in peak high territory, so I'm not already trading this. On top of the fact that we're in peak high territory these last 4 days, what has price been doing? In a zone of consolidation. What is there to trade here? You guys tell me, please. Like, I'm gonna let you guys choose. Where are we going? Buying or selling, guys? Let me know. And as a matter of fact, I have a chicken outside of the house. I'm gonna go lay 2 buttons down next to the chicken, and whatever button it is that he presses, either the green or the red button, that's what I'm gonna trade today on EuroCAD, guys. I'm gonna go let the chicken outside know what we're doing today. Like, there's nothing to trade. We're consolidating. What are we trading here? Our dreams? Like, there's nothing to trade. Go on to the next one. Like, trading is really this boring. There's no other way around it. You guys gotta realize. You guys will realize this soon enough. Especially you guys who've been trading for 2 months. You just got into it. There's nothing to do, bro. This shit is boring as fuck. It's boring, especially when you're in market conditions that price is in consolidation. There's nothing to trade. There's nothing to do, right? Unless you're a gambling freak and you get a rush because you hit the slot machine and you treat trading like it's gambling, that's the only time that it's fun. But I'm going to tell you, me personally, I don't like to gamble. I don't play the lottery. I don't go to the casino. I don't like losing money. I've never been that type of person. And that's maybe why I have a different approach when it comes to trading. Because I don't care about taking a trade. I don't care about winning. I don't care about losing. But I want to make sure that this is my fucking job. I have to make money. And I know that if I lose money, that's going to be an even bigger hit. So my job here is to not lose money and understand why in these areas in the market people are losing money. And the fact that we know the reason why people are losing money, I'd rather just stay away. I'll come back when price starts trending. I'm in no rush. There is no rush to this. It's really that simple. Right? So EU, we know we're in an overall uptrend. We are in level 2. Right? We know that price, very similar to GBP USD, we're trading at the higher high. Price gave us the higher high. And again, the market only has 2 moves. Either a trend or a zone of consolidation. Price decided to give us a higher high. After it gave us a higher high, it decided to just start moving sideways. And that's okay. Right? We could see that on the 4-hour time frame. Price is just moving sideways. And that's okay. As soon as we start trending, that's when I'll start looking to take these trades. Price gave us a lower low change of character, lower high, and we're still just inducing these lows. Could this be a pair that we could keep an eye on? Yeah, sure, right? Because if price gives us an inducement of the low, STP hasn't been hit yet. STP, let's see, 80 pips, which is ADR minus 33%, is 53 pips, right? 53 pips. If price doesn't give us a break of these lows, and it gives us these inducements, and it starts giving us these lower time frame higher highs and higher lows, then we know we could take this trade back to the top side. But we will be patient. I have to wait to see where price wants to go first before I take a trade. So EU is one that we could continue to look at. For GA, we're in peak high territory. On top of the fact that we're in peak high territory, we're in a zone of consolidation. So this is another pair that I will not be trading. Right? When we go to the 30-minute time frame, what is price doing today? It's just moving sideways. There's nothing to trade. On to the next one. It's really this simple, guys. It really is this simple. GCAD, we're in peak high territory, right? We are in level 3, right? Let's go back. We're not in peak high. We're in level 3 trading at the higher high, right? We have push number 1, push number 2, and this is the start of push number 3, and we are expecting price to reach our previous peak highs at these highs over here, right? On the push of the higher high, higher low, what did price give us? Again, there's only 2 different sets of movements that the price could do. Either a simple trend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, or a zone of consolidation. The fact that we're in a zone of consolidation and we're right back at the highs where price has rejected multiple times before, I will not be looking for a trade here. Before I look for a trade on GCAD, I need to see price give us a break of these highs. As soon as we get a break of these highs and we start trending, perfect. Those are going to be easy trades straight to STP. But as of right now, there's nothing to trade. And the last 2 days, what has price been doing? In a zone of consolidation, where price is rejecting lows, rejecting highs, moving in the middle, rejecting highs. We have exhaustion candles yesterday. We had exhaustion candles today. What are we going to trade here? I'm going to put a poll in the chat, and whatever you guys say, that's what I'm going to do. That's what you're trading in a zone of consolidation, just a bunch of nonsense, right? Market makers in a zone of consolidation is an area where they're going to be inducing traders to trap them to get into a trade to hit their stop losses. On to the next one. GJ already hit STP for the day, and again, this is another pair that's just moving sideways. Right, and we can see that we zoom out, we're in a huge zone of consolidation. So GJ, I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do, man. Once we start trending, that's when I'll start trading. For GU, again, very similar to EU, right? The movements that we have are a little different, right? But it's the same thing. We are in level 2 on an uptrend. We're trading at the higher high. At the higher high, price decided to just move sideways. When we go into the lower time frame, the 4-hour, we can see that we're in a huge zone of consolidation where price has rejected highs, went low, rejected highs, went back to the middle, right? Consolidated here in the middle for a little bit, went back to the highs, gave us another rejection of the high here in the beginning of this week, and then started going right back down again. And we can see that on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I got hiccups. Price gave us the rejection of the high and started going down. Again, we are still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. But what do we currently see on the internal time frame? We could still see price giving us lower low, lower high, lower low. So once again, GU is another pair for me right now. I am not interested in taking a trade. If price, now the question is, well, what would you have been looking for? If price on Tuesday would have given us a break of structure of these highs and then would have given us this pullback, then I would have been interested in taking these trades back to the top side, right? The fact that price gave us an inducement of the high, it never gave us a break. I'm not interested in taking these trades. I'm not interested. So GU's another pair, gonna turn it off, and we'll be back tonight, and we'll look at it again tonight. NZD USD, right? NZD USD. So We are in an overall downtrend. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the downside of the previous peak low of the previous trend, right? We are at the low of the zone of consolidation on the daily time frame, so we know that these areas are low probability. On the 4-hour time frame, we're in another zone of consolidation where price did give us a valid break of these lows, gave us a lower low, and we are trading at a current lower high, right? In these lower highs, we could see that, okay, yes, even though we have a lower high, price is still on a 30-minute uptrend. We have higher high, right, higher low, higher high. These higher highs here, not high probability because it never gave us a valid break. It was just an inducement. On top of the fact that price gave us an inducement of these 30-minute highs, we also have a shoulder head shoulder that price did give us a break of those lows, right? Gave us a break of the shoulder head shoulder. So now, could this be a good area to take a trade in, right? Once again, what I'm currently interested in looking at for NU, even though we never got a break of these highs, we still have to take a look at the bottom of the zone. The fact that price came into these lows and just gave us an inducement, I'm not really interested in taking these trades here. If price would have given us a valid break of these lows here, then yeah. Right, understand, like, oh, but we had a break of the shoulder head shoulder. Yeah, if you wanted to take a short position after the break, cool. You just have to babysit it. Right, you have to babysit it because what's going to happen when price gets to these lows? Notice how this is the final low that price has to break before we have clean traffic back to the bottom side. Right? So, on top of the fact that we had price still giving us an inducement of the low, it gave us a nice little engulfing candle here, right? That they were talking about in the chat a little bit earlier, right? But again, this engulfing candle, not really that good because it's a doji candle. That red candle that printed is a doji candle. So, this engulfing candle going long, we know that it's very low probability. It's a low probability zone because the first candle is a doji candle. If we would have had a nice strong red candle, then, you know, would have been a little bit more on point with what we want to see here. But NU again, yes, I'm excited that we had the inducement of the high. I'm excited that we finally have a break of the shoulder head shoulder. But what we really need to see now, this is going to be a pair. It's already Thursday. My bad, hold on. Out already? Which, oh, you were at NU as well, Mohammed? 30-minute engulfing going candle, yep. Going opposite, just something to pay attention to, yep. What do I want to see here? Going on to the rest of this week, right? Going into tomorrow's trading session, going into next week, I want to see how price reacts to these lows. If price gives us a break of these lows, then we know we're going to go back down. If price decides to not give us a break of these lows and it continues the uptrend push, then it's all good. Again, we understand we're in a zone of consolidation. Price could go right back to the top of the zone of consolidation, and that's okay. Right? So, we'll be patient with NU. Gonna turn this one off. Not interested in trading it. On to the next one. US 30, we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. My charts just froze. We good? US 30, we're in the highest point in the market. We're in peak high territory, right? Price still hasn't given us a valid break of the daily time frames. Gave us the inducement candle and then price started moving sideways, which we could see a little bit better on the lower time frames. On the 4-hour time frame, price has not given us a valid break of these highs, similar to daily time frame, just an inducement, right? The first green candle, just the inducement, and price started moving sideways. Rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, going to the middle, rejecting highs again, going to the middle, giving us exhaustion candles every single time. Exhaustion candles at the lows, exhaustion candles at the highs, exhaustion candles at the lows, exhaustion candles at the highs, exhaustion candles in the middle, exhaustion candles at the highs, exhaustion candles in the middle. What are we trading? What is there to trade? Again, I'm gonna go talk to the chicken outside and I'm gonna go ask him what we should do on US 30 today, guys. What are we doing? I'm gonna go talk to the chicken outside. He'll let me know what to trade. Right? There's nothing to trade. There's nothing. There's nothing. When you look at the candlesticks, how they've been printing for the last 3 days, it's just trapping traders, just making you believe price is gonna go down to hit your stop loss, making you believe that price is gonna go up to then hit your stop loss going down. right? Making you believe that price is going to continue this downtrend push to go right back up, to go right back down, to go right back up, to go right back down, to go right back up. Like, what are we trading? There's no trend. There's no trend. You have to babysit these trades, right? And if you're babysitting these trades and you don't understand candlestick analysis, you went straight to stop loss or you went straight to break even. There's nothing to trade, right? My bad. I was looking at the 5 change of character and break on what pair? On NU? Can you take a look at platinum? Yeah, we could take a look at platinum. I got you. Right? So US 30 is going to be another pair for me. I'm not interested in trading US 30 just yet. Right? We already have the inducement of the high. Perfect. When will I start trading? When price gives us a break of the bottom of the zone of consolidation. It's the only time I'll take a trade. In the middle of the zone of consolidation, I am not looking to take a trade because this is where the market makers are looking to trap traders every single time, and we see it. We see how it's been trapping traders, making you believe price is going to continue to go up and it goes straight into your stop loss, making traders believe that price is going to go down to go right back up into your stop loss. This is what's going to happen in the zone of consolidation. You have to be patient. I'm not looking to take trades on US 30. On NU, yeah, change of character break again. I'm really not interested. Like, again, the change of character and break of structure is just like any other entry criteria that's in the market, right? It's just another confirmation that you're looking for, right? The overall time frame trumps everything that's going on, right? And let's take a look. We had lower low, lower high, lower lows, zone of consolidation. They gave you the change of character, higher high, higher low. Higher high then gave you a change of character down to the bottom side over here, right? Boom. Like, we really don't have a break of structure, right? You had higher high, higher low, right? You have higher high, then price gave you a change of character, lower low, right? So this would make sense to what we were saying anyway, right? If price gives us a break of these lows, which are also going to be the lows of these lows here, and gives us a break of structure, that would be a little bit more high probability to look for those trades to continue. So regardless, again, even on the 5-minute and the 30-minute, we'll be looking for the same area to break before we could even continue to look for the trades, right? And let's calculate STP. 49 minus 33% is 32 pips, right? By the time we get this break, we would already have been making 30 pips. So there's really nothing left on the table for us. Again, and it doesn't change what I was even saying on the 30-minute. Regardless, before I even look for a trade, I need to see price break these lows over here. And the fact that the 5-minute break of structure is in the exact same area where we want to see these lows being broken makes it a little bit more high probability. But again, I need to see price break these lows before I even consider to take a trade. Cash flow, I got you with Plat. Let me go over the last couple pairs that we have on our list, and then I'll go over platinum. USD CAD is another one I'm not trading, just based in the area that we're trading in. STP is 39 pips. We've already done 32 pips, right? Once again, USD CAD is one of those pairs that currently we're in a huge zone of consolidation on the daily time frame, right? So again, the only time I'll be looking to take a trade is if price gives us an inducement of these highs to go right back down to the bottom, or once we start trending, right? Once we start making lower lows and lower highs. So right now for USD CAD, gonna skip over it, go on to the next pair. USD ZAR on the daily time frame is another one that we're in a huge zone of consolidation, right? On an uptrend still. And again, same thing. We're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. We know we have our daily engulfing candles here at the lows. The only time I want to take a trade in a zone of consolidation, once again, is either after the inducement to continue the push the opposite way, or after the break of structure of the highs. So right now we still have a little bit to go, right? I am expecting price to reach the low of the zone of consolidation, to at least reach our daily engulfing, give us an inducement of these lows to then continue that push to the top side. And as we go into the lower time frame, we can see that we're just stuck in another zone of consolidation. So we just want to be patient. As soon as we get the inducements of these lows, and price starts giving us higher highs and higher lows, then perfect. We could take these trades. We could take the trade and close our charts, and we know we're going to go to TP. We know it's going to go to TP, right? So going to be patient when USDs are. There's nothing to trade, right? Gold already hit STP for the day as well. Once again, 478 pips is ADR for the day, minus 33% is 320 pips. We've already done 342. So STP's already done. Nothing left to trade on gold. Go on to the next pair. Bitcoin, very similar to US 30. We're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. Come on. Stop freezing on me. Thank you. Right? We're in peak high territory. Price gave us the higher high. Looks like price wanted to give us a pullback into a higher low. Perfect. As we go down to the lower time frames, we know that we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. Price came down, gave us a higher low on the 800 EMA. Perfect. Right? Bitcoin looks good. The areas that we're trading in, Bitcoin looks good. Now, what are we looking for after price gave us a higher low on the higher time frames? We want to start seeing a change of character and a break of structure on the 30-minute time frame to confirm the trend shift, to then start looking for entries going back up. And we know that we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Then price gave us a change of character, higher high, right? And instead of giving us a simple, again, higher high, higher low to continue into a higher high, it decided to just give us a zone of consolidation. But same thing. I want to see price before we continue to look for trades. I need to see price give us a valid break of these highs. And right now, all we have are inducements. We have exhaustion candles, and it looks like this 30-minute candle might be another exhaustion candle of the highs. So I'm not interested in trading Bitcoin just yet. You guys could see all of these pairs are almost doing the exact same thing. It's been like this for the last week and a half, 2 weeks almost already. Just have to be patient. If there's nothing to trade, there's nothing to trade. If there's nothing to trade, there is nothing to trade. And I'm going to call them out on the stream. Fuck it. I don't care. You go look at yesterday. You go look at FX Alex G's Twitter post. He took fat L's on NZD USD yesterday. Fat L's. Why? Because these guys do not know what a zone of consolidation is. These guys don't understand. And it's not that they don't get it because they're stupid. No, they don't get it because they don't know it. They lack the knowledge. Are they good traders? Yeah, they're good traders at what they do. Right? When price is trending, but they don't understand that there's different market conditions. And the fact that they don't know and they don't understand what a zone of consolidation is, that is why they lose a lot of money as well. Yes, they make a shit ton of money, but they also lose a shit ton of money. It's because they don't understand. They don't have the knowledge of a zone of consolidation. They don't see it. They don't get it. This is why understanding these market conditions are very important. Very important. Right? So, want to be patient. Last pair that I have on my list is US oil, right? Gave us 3 days of rise. On the third day, gave us a tap into the daily engulfing candle that we had at these highs. As soon as it tapped into it, went straight into profit, right? STP for the day is already hit, 136 minus 33%. That's 91 pips for the day. And we've already done 91 pips for the day. Exactly 91 pips. Right? So, oil's already done for the day. Now, I'm kind of upset, bro. Like, oil's one of those pairs where, again, I love trading oil. But fuck, man. Every single time it gives us an entry, right? Especially when it's on a higher time frame engulfing candle, the 4 hour, the daily time frame. It always just taps into it and goes straight into profit. But again, it's one of those situations where you start looking at where your stop loss has to be. If we would have taken this trade on the daily, using the daily engulfing candle, we were to have to use this stop loss over here at 84 pips. I'm not using an 84 pip stop loss. That's crazy, right? I'm gonna use an 84 pip stop loss for, you know, just for 100 pips, right? close not even to a 1-to-1 trade is crazy. It doesn't, you're not making no profits. That's an insane thing to look at, right? So it's all good. When oil gives me the entry, and once again we will get another entry, all we have is a change of character. We're waiting for a valid break of structure of these lows to confirm that price wants to continue that overall lower low push that we're looking for on the daily time frame to reach these lows over here. As soon as we get that break, we'll get an opportunity to trade. So I'm okay with missing these trades up here. Just oil better understand that I'm gonna get my money back plus some interest, because we've missed a lot of these trades just based on shit like this, right? Same thing on the 4-hour time frame, right? If we would have taken a 4-hour engulfing candle, this is 129 pip stop loss. That's crazy, right? And didn't really give us an entry opportunity to go in. It just went straight down into TP. Right, so it's okay, oil. I'ma let you run this. I'ma let you do what you gotta do, but understand that when I come back to trade you and you give me an opportunity, I'm gonna make my money back plus the interest, and the interest is gonna be very high, very high. What was the last trade we took on oil in July? So it's been a little bit. Right, oil is gonna pay me back and some. They better be ready. So you wanted me to look at platinum. What's the XPT USD, right? Let's look at the XPT. And then XPT USD was server. I used to look at platinum too. So I used to have a list with silver, gold, and platinum. As you can see, I have silver on here as well. Ice. Now we can't use ice. I don't like Pepperstone. We'll use the Wanda. Fuck it. I don't like Wanda either, but. And I'm pretty sure, I haven't looked at silver in a minute, but I'm pretty sure they're moving the same way as gold. Right, yeah. So it's. See, peak low. We have the change of character. We have the break of structure to the top side. Right, we have push number 1. Right, when we're looking at the overall trend, we have push number 1. Then we have the first zone of consolidation. Right, then we have push number 2. And we're looking for that pullback. So we're trading at the higher high. Just on the daily time frame, we can see all of this, right? We're trading at the higher high. Now, could we be looking and expecting for price to give us a higher low to continue a downtrend push just for now to give us that pullback that we're looking for? Yeah, it could happen. All right, on the 30-minute time frame, price right now, what is it doing? All right, what is there to trade on platinum? What is price doing? In a zone of consolidation, right? There's nothing to trade. Very similar to the other pairs. Again, all of these pairs are pretty much moving the exact same way. Same thing with silver. What is silver doing? For the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, what has price been doing? In a zone of consolidation. There's nothing to trade. Right? Overall for platinum, it looks like platinum is in an uptrend. Right? So that's at least good. But we have to wait for price. Right? Yep. We're definitely on an uptrend. Right, we have push 1, 2, 3. Right, once we had 3, we have push 1. First zone of consolidation. We have the break of structure, push 2. We're looking for a pullback. I'll have 2 points of interest on platinum, right? I'm either expecting price to give us a pullback into the 200 EMA, and this is where I'll start looking to take these trades back to the top side. Or, again, as we can see on the lower time frame, we're in a zone of consolidation, right? I'm either going to be looking for price to give us an inducement of the low the same way that it did here, the same way that it did here, the same way that it did here, to go back to the top of the zone of consolidation, right? Or, right, I'm either going to be looking for the inducement of the low to go back to the highs, or we'll be looking for price to give us a break of the highs to then continue. Anything in the middle of the zone of consolidation, I am not taking these trades. This is the area, again, where the market makers are trapping traders, inducing traders to get into a trade to go right into their stop loss. Level 2 rise, yep. So that's what I'll be looking for on Platinum. Mr. Cashflow Trader. Let me know if that made sense or if you have any questions on that. But Platinum looks good. Platinum looks good. So as of right now, EU, well, that's it. Let's see. STP would hit already, 53 pips. We've done 42. We're missing 10 pips, right? Price still hasn't given us a valid break of these lows. If price gives us those break of the lows, then that's pretty much it for the day. Price is still on the inducement. If price gives us the inducement and then starts giving us higher highs and higher lows, then we'll start looking to take those trades. Be at cash flow. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if that made any sense about Platinum. Any other questions in the chat? If not, we'll just be going over. Well, pretty much the only pair that's left for the day is Euro USD. Let's see if it gives us an opportunity. If it gives us an opportunity, then we'll take the trade. If not, then we'll just have to go on to the next day, man. If there's no trades left for the morning, we'll be back tonight for the isolation session. We'll break down the charts once again, get ready for tomorrow. Right? Last day of the week, Friday. We'll have our trading session in the morning. And then we'll be back again on Sunday for the weekly market breakdown. So let me know if you guys have any questions, any other pairs you guys want me to go over, anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Muhammad, Kendall, any other pairs you guys were looking at, anything you want me to explain again, anything you want me to talk about, let me know. Right, and you could be a good one for the rest of the week too. For Friday. Friday could give us a potential nice entry for this. So, and you is definitely one that's gonna continue to be on my watch list, especially if we get a break of these lows. All right, let me delete the highlights that we have down here. What are this? Okay. Delete this, delete this. And then let's add this line. This was the break of the shoulder head shoulder, which we got here, which is perfect. Our next point of interest that we want to see price break is these lows over here. And once we break these lows, we have clean traffic to the bottom. So we'll be looking for the break of these lows. The break of these lows will also be equivalent to where the break of structure is going to happen on the 5-minute time frame, where the 5-minute break of structure is here. So let's mark this up as well. But again, before I look for a trade, not only do I want to see a break of the 5-minute lows, but I also want to see a break of that structure at the lows at the bottom, right below the 5-minute break of structure. Right, so I'm not going to take a trade as soon as we got a break of these lows. I want to see a break of these lows, and I also want to see a break of these lows down here. If you get into a trade here, if price just breaks the 5-minute but doesn't break these lows, you're getting in a low probability area trade. You want to make sure that price breaks these lows before we continue back down to the bottom. Muhammad said, "No, all good." Kendall says, "Nah, stay patient, stay present." Yes, sir. That's the name of the game. It's good. I went out. Can't be trading news. Do we have news today too? I haven't been keeping an eye on that, to be honest. This entire week I've just been not really caring about news. Yeah, we have news in 2 minutes at 8:30, and it's crazy news, right? CPI, unemployment claims. 8:45 we have news for Euro. There's a press conference. There is news at 8:15 for Euro. Just gotta be patient, man. We'll see what price does after 8:30 or after 8:45. So we'll pretty much be done by 9 a.m. today. Depends on how price moves, and then tomorrow we have high impact news at 10 a.m. for USD. So we'll keep an eye on that. So let's see, we have news in 1 minute. Let's see, and we could already see price gave us a fat exhaustion candle on the 30-minute time frame on Euro USD. So let's see what this news is about to do. Once 8:30 hits, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water. Right, 8:30, price gave us a fat exhaustion candle, went straight down. If you would have taken this trade on Euro USD, you went straight to stop loss. And this is why you gotta be patient, man. Like, yo, news plays a big factor. But once you understand market structure and you understand what it is that you're looking for, you just know that there's no trades yet. You wouldn't have even taken any of these trades. And then price went straight to the top side. So if you thought Euro USD was going to continue to go short, straight to stop loss. Yo, this game is really simple, bro. Trading is really simple. When you understand market structure and then you're also patient, there's no way you could lose. It's very rare for you to lose if you understand these rules. It's very, very rare. $53 pips. We did 50 pips already. Yeah. Inflation rose 2.9%. I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna be honest. That's a good thing though, man. That's more money. One candle just took everybody out. If you got into the trade early going long, your stop loss was hit. If you got in thinking that price was gonna go short and price hasn't given you a valid break of these lows, you went straight to stop loss. And the market makers know what they're doing, man. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. 53 pips has already been hit. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. There's no trades left. You know, we could go back and look at how these USD pairs reacted. Right? AU, crazy wick, same thing as EU. Right? Once again, same thing that we talked about. Right? For those people anxious about getting into a short position when price is still giving you higher high, higher low, higher high, how could you look for a sell position at a higher low? It doesn't make any sense. Right? Everything that we just talked about, bro, you guys will see that everything is gonna happen. This isn't, I wasn't talking in hindsight. I was talking 2020 vision while price was still moving. I didn't even know that there was news today. Right? It's a very simple game. Right? GU, same thing. We're at a higher low. With the news went right back to the top side. Right? NZD USD, same thing. Right? How could you look for a trade going short when you can still see that price is stuck in this range? It just doesn't make any sense. If you took these trades going short, straight to fucking stop loss. Gotta be patient, yo. You have to be patient. Gotta be patient. US 30. If you took a trade in the middle of the zone of consolidation and you were in a sell position, straight to stop loss. If you were in the middle of the zone of consolidation and you took a buy position, straight to stop loss. Just one candle hitting people's stop losses. Once again, everything I talked about, literally, if you guys go back, this was an hour stream, you guys go fucking back. Right? You go right back to what I just talked about. You guys will see everything I just talked about is happening in front of our eyes. I'm not the market maker. I'm not a fucking wizard. This is market structure. The market is always going to tell you exactly what it wants to do. Always. Always. Trading is one of the easiest things to do. But it's only easy if you understand the rules of the game. To its complexity, you have to understand the rules. If you don't understand the rules of trading, you're going to get stopped out every single time you take a trade. Every single time. Bitcoin, zone of consolidation, again, just rejecting highs and rejecting lows, rejected highs again and went straight down to the bottom. right? This is the easiest shit to do, man. You can see every trade we talked about did exactly what we talked about. Just hitting people's stop losses, faking them out. So that's pretty much it, man. That's my trading day for the day. Ain't nothing left for the day. There's no trades. Everything already hit STP or ADR for the day. Everything already made the moves that they wanted to do. Again, 99% of these pairs are in zones of consolidation. What are we going to trade in zones of consolidation? There's nothing to trade. Nothing. Twitter sent the noti. Gotcha. Yeah, they be fast with that shit on Twitter, bro. But that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions? Anything else you guys want me to talk about? Anything you guys want me to explain again? Any other pairs you guys are looking at or want me to break down? Let me know. Cash flow, if you're still in here, any questions on platinum? Let me know. We could go back and look at how the news affected platinum too. Right? Really nothing. Just again, zones of consolidation, just trapping traders. Just have to be patient, man. Just have to be patient. Any other questions, guys? Let me know. I'll give you another minute. If there's no questions, then we'll be done for the morning, and we'll be back again tonight for the isolation session at 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 hours from now. Who's calling me? I think I'm done for the today. Nothing to trade for me. It's all good, man. Not every day's a trading day, bro. Just gotta wait for your setups to be present. Once your setups are there on the trade, then you take the trade. No need to rush into anything.
Please leave your message.
Alright, guys. Hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. We'll be back again, like I said. We'll be back tonight for the isolation session at 7 p.m. Eastern. See you guys later.
Please leave your message.
See you later. Alright, Muhammad. I'll see you later, my brother. Peace out.
Motion in the ocean.
Hold on. I'll be right back, boo boo.
No motion in the ocean.